My room, around the same size as the bed of a truck. Fitting only my bed and my nightstand, which only holds a pack of cigarettes and a lighter. I cannot say that I like my room, don't get me wrong, it can actually be pretty cozy sometimes, emphasis on sometimes. I mostly feel like this room portrays how I am as a person. I am basically empty, only holding a few things in me, and I have no idea how I ended up here. Moving in I thought that I would have a better room situation, but I am broke and this is the only room that I could afford. I had no clue what type of room I would get from the landlord, a dirty man. He reeks of weed, and looks like showering is a bi-weekly thing with how greasy his black hair is. I will say he is very good at advertising because this same, tiny-ass room, looks so spacious on the website. My clothes, a small pile in the corner of the room emit a strong cigarette smell. The laundry is in the basement which isn't far, but it costs more money than I have. $1.50. I worked 2 jobs to pay for rent, and to pay off my family's debt. My family was rich. Growing up I never had to worry about food being on the table, or if I would get gifts for Christmas. However, my father's gambling addiction got the best of him, and within a weekend he lost not only every ounce of money we had, but he lost his family as well. My mother left his ass as soon as she found out what had happened, taking me to my deceased grandparents' house in the middle of rural Alabama. There was nothing to do there, no fun to be had, no friends to make. I truly am amazed that I have lived up until this point. As soon as I got the chance to move away, I took it without a second of hesitation. I went to college, even with my shitty online GED. My college career did not last long though, as my mother fell ill and I had to dig into my college savings to pay for overpriced hospital bills, but there wasn't much in there anyways. It was another thing my father's greed took from us. That's how I came to live in this room, alone, broke, and more than anything, enraged. The top of this building is quite high, it's nice to take a smoke, and look at the seemingly endless horizon of buildings, each one looking more run down than the next. I don't think I'm suicidal, but I can't help but think how much of a relief it would be if I just fell off the top. That's not something I would do though, I have this thing with giving up, I just can't do it. Even if the world is going up in flames, you'll see me with a fire extinguisher doing my best to be the last one alive. I owe it to my mother, she was an amazing mom. She gave me opportunities when I knew they were scarce, she raised me to do better than my deadbeat father, who ended up gambling even more. Get this, he actually won big. He now has more money than he knows what to do with, and has a wife who's way too young for him. You can easily tell she's in it for the money. And I am too. My father took everything from my mother and I, and once he could give back to us, we no longer existed. He swept us under the rug. On legal documents he was never married, and I was never born. This is not a story of a sad life created by a father's greed. No. This is the story of a life of purpose. I know my purpose, and I will follow it until the end. Watch yourself, Dad. You will have no idea where I will be and when. It's my turn to take a gamble, and it's not me who's gonna lose.